Welcome back, Shalligators. I know, I have left you guys high and dry for 2 weeks. I will explain what I have been doing. Don't you worry. Before I do, I want to tell you what we're going to talk about today. As you might have guessed by the title of the video, who knew? It's going to be Hailey Baldwin. Do you call her Hailey Bieber? I still say Baldwin, sorry. Hailey Baldwin, like cozying up to Selena Gomez at this gala. What? We're going to unpack a lot. There are a million different theories about what is going on here because none of this makes sense. Selena, obviously, is Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend, like first love. Hailey is his wife. And these two have not exactly been besties. And do they need to be? This is a question that I want to explore. Do we need to be like bestie pals, like best friends, Eskimo sisters, with our man's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife? If there's not a reason, y'all have to raise kids together. There's mutual property. There's a dog you are sharing custody of. If there isn't like some sort of outstanding reason why you need to have this woman in your life, should you? I'm going to read through some of the suggestions for topics you guys submitted to me on Instagram because they are so fantastic. So we're going to do a whole bunch of like little mini topics in this video. But yeah, let me tell you where I've been. No place good. Honestly, no place good. I actually did a video last week on the Try Guys. I was so exhausted when I did it. It's like unusable. It is legitimately unusable. I look horrible. Not like I look amazing now. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, ugh, my hair just, I need to get bangs. Nope. Bangs are like a load-bearing structure on my face. So I might cut bangs today. I have just been so overwhelmed with work. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking, like, how? Because you haven't been doing any YouTube videos. Totally. But as I have told you guys before, my business is not just YouTube. It's what I call the business octopus. There are 8 tentacles. There's actually more than 8. Podcast, jewelry line, clothing line, downloadable course, Eva Week. I've been working on all of these things. I was putting the finishing touches on my new clothing collection that is now dead in the water because the distributor, I honestly can't even go into it. It's like when you're finished writing a paper and the computer dies and it eats it. That's how it feels. It's like you literally can't even think about it. You can't even think about it. It's too much. So that has been amazing. I've been putting the finishing touches on the new jewelry collection, which is coming out, I think tomorrow or the next day. I've been filming Eva Week, and Eva Week is more than just a regular YouTube video. There's different sets, it's hair and makeup, and truly, I always want Eva Week to be like perfect, like so slick, so tight, so good, just perfect for you guys. So I've been filming that. It's a lot to film, and it takes up all of my bandwidth. I've also been working on some new stuff, having a bunch of meetings. Like, my point is, if you guys don't see me producing YouTube videos, please do not think I'm not doing anything. Because if I'm not doing anything, I'll tell you. I'll be like, I'm taking 2 weeks off, I'm chilling out. But literally in the entirety of this career, I have never done that. I don't think I've taken more than like 2 actual days off where I was doing legitimately nothing. Not Instagram, nothing. I don't think I've ever done that. So I sure as fuck wasn't taking 2 weeks off, you know? That being said, I will be taking some time away because in a few days I leave for Italy. I'm in California right now, dropping my dog off with my mom. He's going to be at Camp Grandma while I'm gone for almost a month in Italy on 2 back-to-back Shalligator getaways. I'm so excited. But listen, they are so hectic, so much bandwidth that I'm probably not going to be able to do YouTube videos while I'm there. I will in the interim between the trips. I have like 3 days between the trips, so I'll be filming for you guys then. But unfortunately, while I'm there, probably not. Probably not. But if you want to follow along with my Italy trip, definitely follow me on Instagram at ShallonXO. I am stuffed to the gills with historical knowledge about Italy, the Punic Wars, the Sforza family, the Bernini sculpture, just all of it. It's just bleh, right beneath the surface. So I would love to blurble it all out for you on the internet. And speaking of Eva Week, join me. Eva Week is going to be on Moment World. It is going to be so much fun. 7 days, 7 sins, 7 videos. It kicks off on October 25th. We're doing videos on how to cheat and get away with it, how to get revenge on a cheater, how to seize power at work, how to dethrone a queen bee socially and turn people against her, and so many more things. I really think this is one of our best Eva Weeks ever. And I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 videos here on YouTube for you guys that are free, but everything else you got to buy tickets for. They're super cheap and affordable. Go ahead and click the link down in the bio. And if you want access to EVA Week and other Alpha Academy tutorials like my hookup tutorial, there are 2 ways to get access. First, you can go to my website, shallonlester.com, and click membership and find out how you can get access to all those videos, lifetime access, plus connect with me. And while you're on my website, pick up my course, Get Him Back, your 5-step manipulation master plan. Because look, you know what? Look, maybe you want your ex-boyfriend back because you want a do-over. The timing was wrong. You were not in a great place. He was not in a great place. Things do change. And sometimes you want to see what could happen when things are in a better place. Sometimes, though, you just want to fucking win. That's why I called it Get Him Back. Not just get him back in your life, but get him back. It could mean that. Maybe you want to change the dynamic with a fuckboy situationship. Maybe there's a booty call you caught feelings for and you don't know how to get him to chase you. All of this is a map, a copy, paste what to do in these scenarios. And if you go to my website, you can get a free download, 7 different texts to send to start flipping the dynamic in 7 different situationships. Right now, it's free. It's super fun. I love it. It's like some of the greatest content I've produced. I love it. And if you also, the other way you can access EVA Week plus my Alpha Academy Sexy Session tutorials is to join the Shallontourage. It's our daily text-based little cozy corner of the internet. I send you blogs every day, article breakdowns, story times. There's like 3 or 4 exclusive story time videos a week, bonus podcasts. I chat with you guys on Telegram all day long. It's so fun. And you get access to all the hookup tutorials, and EVA Week will be there too. Okay, let's talk Hailey and Selena. What the fuck is going on? First of all, like, my entire gossip feed is BravoCon, and it's the who's who of nobody fucking cares. Like, all these new New York housewives, I don't care. Katie Maloney, dating after Tom Schwartz divorce. Who are these people? Kyle Newman says he's broke, claims ex Jamie won't pay him. Who? Heather Dubrow. Who the fuck are these people? I don't care. I'm not like... I don't care. Okay. So there was something called the Academy Museum Gala, which sounds fake, right? It's like a Schitt's Creek event. Okay. Where Hailey and Selena were taking all these motherfucking pictures together. What? Now, the last we heard about Hailey and Selena was when, and we did a video on this, when Hailey was on Call Her Daddy and was talking about Selena Gomez. And I thought what she was saying was very neutral. She's like, I have nothing but respect for her. It's all good. It's all love. Like, what are you supposed to say? She's my best friend. We can't stop Frenching each other. We're just obsessed. We just scissor all day. Like that. What do people want from these 2 people? That they're like best friends? I think that's so bizarre. That's such a ridiculous narrative to have to foist on women. Like, I'll take it there. I'll take it to the patriarchy place. You never hear this with dudes. You never fucking hear this with dudes. It's like, oh, why isn't like this guy cozying up to that guy because they fucked the same girl? It's like, why would they? That's the law of the jungle. Like, it's territory. Why would you need to do that? But women, we always have to keep sweet and just everybody be friends. And if we don't, you know what it is? Wow, so much for women supporting women. Yeah, so much for women supporting women. I don't fucking support all women. That's demented. I don't support all people in wheelchairs. I don't support all gay people, all white people, all black people, all Asians. I support people based on their character and, more importantly, their behavior. You can have the best character in the world. If your behavior is piss poor, go fuck yourself. And I'm certainly not blindly supporting you and standing up for you and welcoming you into my life because we have labia. I mean, this is what it comes down to. Like, yeah, women should be allies for each other against the patriarchy, but like, bro, like, if you try to come into my lane and make problems for me, I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what gender you are. Now it's a fight. You disrespect my property, which is my career, you know, my sphere on the internet, my family, my friends, my man. We got a problem, right? So I have always thought it's ridiculous that in the celeb world, like everyone's supposed to be besties. You remember when Kylie Jenner posted a picture with Black China? She's like, when we've been best friends the whole time. No one is fucking friends with Black China. The woman she's like some mythical monster. Like, she is a terrifying, ridiculous gorgon of a creature. Okay? She is. And yet it was like, oh, her and Kylie are supposed to be best friends because of like Tyga. What? Like, what are you talking about? Now look, ostensibly, on paper, we could say, well, it stands to reason we should like our man's ex-girlfriend because clearly we probably have a lot in common. We definitely go for the same kind of guy. We might be actually very similar. Cool. Who fucking cares? I'm similar to my friends who haven't fucked my boyfriend. Yeah. The people in my life, I have a lot of similarities with. I have no baggage with them. I am not constantly suspicious, just maybe in the back of my mind, maybe just a little bit of their motives. I don't need that. And I certainly don't need it on behalf of some ridiculous idea that I need to support all women and I just have to be like so cool and like so down for everybody. No. If I can't trust you, if there is 1% of distrust, there is 100% of distrust. I have learned that the hard way. If I don't trust someone completely, I don't need to trust them at all. It's a pass-fail system with me. And Shallon, oh, that's so harsh. Is it? Is it? Or am I actually protecting my energy, my emotional currency, my bandwidth, and my time? I'm fine being by myself. I am fine keeping my circle small. I would rather have 3 friends than 10 fakes. Or 10, I don't know if I can actually trust them with that secret. I don't know if I want to leave him drunk around my man and have him drive her home from the party. I don't know if I want to do that. Why would I need that in my life? For what? To me, that's a beggar's mentality. It's desperate. And what do toxic people smell? They smell desperation. They prey upon it. So if we dress up our own weakness, our own desperation, well, I should be friends with this person and I could take all the friends I can get, as this regal, wonderful trait, I take the high road. Fuck your high road. Fuck your high road. High road is very often a cover for cowardice and desperation and complete impotent inaction. I'll take the low road if I need to. I know how. I decide when I take it, but it's not my policy. I'm always taking the high road. No, I'm not. And you might not know when that low road presents itself, right? You might not know when I have time. So back to Hailey on Call Her Daddy. We're actually talking about this in the Shallon Entourage Telegram yesterday because you guys brought up such good points in there. It's like, why was Hailey even bringing Selena up? And I'm like, well, I would assume Alex Cooper, the host, asked her about it. I don't think she was like, do you guys want to talk about Selena? Like, I assume it was a question that was asked. And Hailey, like, what is she going to do? Just stare blankly back? I mean, you have to answer. It's not like a text where you can pretend you didn't see it. You have to answer it. And then someone mentioned a very good point. She's like, well, don't these celebrities kind of get to see the questions ahead of time? I'm like, that's true, because almost every celebrity I've interviewed, and I've interviewed everyone from like Oprah to people on Survivor and Bravo, they want to see the questions ahead of time. Most often. It depends on the publication. If it's like Vogue, probably not. Like they know, they're not going to get asked like ultra spicy things. Same with like Reader's Digest. I worked for Star. So like we were going there. And so people wanted to see the questions. And so I would have nobodies like Julianne Hough be like, don't ask about this. I interviewed Olivia Palermo one time. She was on The City and she's like a fashionista. And she wouldn't answer a question about her closet. She's like, some things are private. I literally asked, I think it was like, how do you organize your closet? That's private. I'm like, what the fuck do you have in there? Just like a rack after rack of big black dildos? Like, it was just so bizarre. Celebrities are very bizarre. So look, either Hailey knew that this question was coming and she wanted to talk about Selena, or Alex Cooper kind of bamboozled her and she didn't know what to say. And so she came up with, I think, a very diplomatic, fine, neutral answer. Fine answer. But let's say she did want to talk about it. Why? Maybe because Selena has that documentary coming out, which please don't make me, I'm not going to watch it. I can't. I can't do it. I won't do it. There are some things I won't do for you guys. This is it. I won't do anal in my relationships, and I won't do Selena Gomez on YouTube. I'm sorry. If you guys want to send me the TLDR though, fine, I'll do a video. But please don't make me watch it, all right? If you want to send me the top highlights, great. My life has been stressful enough. I've been in like a bad stress place. Like going to the doctor every single day to get my blood pressure checked because it keeps going up and up and up. And my doctor's like, I'm worried you're going to have a stroke. I've been really stressed out, okay? So I'm sorry if I'm a failure, but that doesn't help, you know? Sorry. Blech. Anyway, back to Selena and Hailey. Maybe Hailey wanted to get some positioning out there before Selena's documentary. And maybe that was Selena's motive with cozying up to Hailey. Maybe she stumbled over to her, eyes rolling around in her head, you know, goose whispering, Hailey, I love you. Let's take a picture. Maybe she wanted to present some sort of united front before this documentary came out, because who knows what's in there? Is it available already? I don't know. Maybe she's talking shit about Hailey. Maybe she's insinuating things and this is her trying to like stop the bleeding ahead of time. I don't know, but it seems very sus. What to me seems like the least likely scenario is that these women are actually friends. Because again, why the fuck do they need to be? Listen, I have heard almost nothing good about Selena behind the scenes. Like in all my years as an entertainment journalist, the things I have heard are not good, extremely meddlesome, dramatic, problematic. And if anything, Hailey and Justin have been very diplomatic in keeping these things out of the press and not straight up like going after her. But you know I'm Team Hailey. You know I'm Team Hailey, so I'm inclined to believe good things about Hailey. So I want to go to Instagram and I want to see what some suggestions y'all had are. My favorite. What's the topic? Hailey taking photos with Selena while Selena is at her fattest. It's so savage. Okay. Sarah suggested this one. What to do instead of being fake nice to someone you don't like. I think this is an excellent thing. Because listen, if you ask any of us, do you like to be fake? We're like, oh no, no, I am so real. I am 100. I keep it so real. If I don't like you, you're gonna know. Bullshit. It flies in the face of literally all our conditioning as women. I'm a sorority girl. Okay? I am fake as fuck. I can shuck and jive and small talk and bless your heart all day long. I was trained to do it. It is truly my breed. Okay? So it's hard for me to be like, hello, Kristen. But as I get older, it does become easier. It does become easier. And instead of being fake nice, my strategy is to completely avoid someone, right? Just completely. I don't want to be at a party they're at. If it's like an enemy, I don't want to be where they are. It's not worth my time. It goes back to like, I'm okay being alone. And I think there is a whiff of desperation if you're showing up to mingle around someone you despise. Of course, you could obviously make an argument in reverse. It's like, well, it's pathetic to like not go to something because one person you don't like is there and you look like they win. You know, you look super bothered. Well, maybe you are bothered. And maybe it's okay to be bothered. It depends on what their transgression is, how bothered you are, and how much you want to protect your peace. It's fine, I think, to look bothered if you're protecting your peace. It's like I block and delete my exes off Instagram constantly. Well, you look bothered. I am bothered. I'm bothered by their piss poor behavior. And I think it's okay that they know that. I'm not going to talk to them about it. They're never going to have access to any part of me again. But I don't want them lurking on my networks. I wouldn't let them lurk outside my house. Right? I think it's okay for us to protect our peace even if we give away a little of how we're feeling. Fuck them. Who cares? It's our peace. It's like, well, you don't want to like lock your doors and look like you're scared of crime. Well, I am scared of crime, so I'm locking my fucking doors. And if that's what you think it means, great. I sleep better at night. Have a nice day. So what can you do instead of being fake nice? I mean, it's the bless your heart method. Oh, I love that outfit. You just take such fashion risks. I know, you're just so brave. I love to see it. Good for you. Good for you. Ay, bless your heart. That's technically fake nice, but it is a whole different chess game, right? So my tactic is either the bless your heart fake, not engaging with someone at all and just not choosing not to be around them, or outright hostility, which I am getting better at. And truly, I think it's something you have to practice. You do need to practice to be good at it because, like I said, it flies in the face of all of our conditioning as women to keep sweet and be polite and choose kindness and all that horse shit. By the way, listen to my podcast this week where we talk about why kindness is for losers. It's great. It's a good Evil Week bonus episode. Excuse me. It's going to get you geared up for the wickedest week of the year. So, and it's all free and you can listen any place podcasts are found. My podcast is called Girl on Top. Let's keep going. Here's a great one. How to strategically reconcile with an enemy. And when is it smart to do so and when not to do so? Ooh, I like this because it's all about strategy. Because some people are like, when to call a truce and move on. I don't think you need to call a truce to move on. You just move on. And if anything, I think that's an excellent sort of passive income way to destroy your enemy is keep them locked in the combat. Let them think that you're still all about this, but you've moved on. And meanwhile, they're still on the battlefield fighting and scratching and sacrificing and running themselves out and using their precious energy. And you're like, I forgot you were still here. I've moved on from this. And I think that's an apt metaphor for or an apt comparison for Hailey and Selena. Like, Hailey and Justin have moved on with their life. Selena's the one still up at 2 a.m. liking mean videos about Hailey and mean tweets. I don't know. Again, I'm biased because I'm Team Hailey, but it seems like if somebody hasn't moved on with their life, it is Selena. But that's just me. So how to strategically reconcile with an enemy? Well, there has to be something you want. All strategy is based on some sort of end game. What do we say about the ends? They justify the means. Who said that? Niccolo Machiavelli, my true daddy. What do you want from them? What do you need from them, right? If it's just, I don't want to have an enemy, grow the fuck up. Why don't you want to have an enemy? Enemies are very useful. They actually are good for your reputation because it means you've stood up for something in your goddamn life. You know who said that? Winston Churchill. So if you don't have enemies, find a way to make some. It is good for people to see that you are hateable. Again, that means you're doing something right. It means there's something enviable about you. It also warns people to stay away. So ask yourself, what do you need or want from this person? Say it's somebody at work that you hate, but you're going to need them to do half the work on this project and kind of take credit for it. How can you ingratiate yourself with them? You can apologize. Never been my strong suit. I'm not an apologizer. I don't do it. I won't do it. And if I'm really sorry, but I can't fake an apology. It's just not in my nature. Go fuck yourself. What I can do is bribe. And I can distract from the fact that I'm not apologizing by introducing more positive data. Oh, I baked cupcakes for your birthday. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let me fill out your timesheets for you. Do you need me to clock you in before you get here? Even though there's no apology, people want to believe what they're seeing. It's human nature, and most people don't enjoy tension and conflict. I do, so I'm fine with it, but they don't. So they're probably going to want to let this go and move forward in the spirit of positivity. And truly, bribes and favors get you a lot with people. People are they're truly very, very easily bribed. They really are. You bring in Frappuccinos one day for your office, you'll see. Might be worth a $30 investment, okay? So when you do this, never lose sight that this person is in fact your enemy. They cannot be trusted. You hated them for a reason, and that reason must continue. However, you're going to put on the cloak of nonviolence and friendship and bless your heartiness to get what you want. And after you've gotten what you want, you can still occasionally feed this little beast the palliative frappuccinos to keep things sort of okay in case you need them again. Many people are here to be used. Very few people are here to be loved. And that is what you need to realize. And this is what we go more into in the episode of Girl on Top about why kindness is for losers. If you approach life with an attitude of kindness for everyone, love for everyone, good fucking luck out there, because that means you're prey. A predator, a predatory person in society, and I don't mean a predatory person that they're out to hurt other people. I mean they're out for their own aims, you know? An actual animal apex predator doesn't go around killing for sport. Well, badgers do, but I could talk a lot about badgers, but I won't. Most animals, they don't. They hunt for food and then they move on. You know, they're not toying with things. And we have to operate in the same way. Like my needs come first. Sorry. And if someone's hurt along the way, I mean, that's unfortunate. I'm going to do what I can to mitigate that. But I am putting myself first. That's just how it's going to be. So never lose sight that this person who was your enemy must always remain so. They must always remain so. There's plenty of other amazing people you can have as friends. There's plenty of other love you can have in your life without baggage, without distrust. This person is not that person. Here's one from Shelby. Can you befriend your enemies? Abraham Lincoln has a quote I love. I don't follow it or subscribe to it, but I love it. It said, "Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends?" I guess it's not a path I am going to be taking anytime soon. Moving on. So someone made a good point. I low-key love this so the online trolls can finally shut the fuck up. Very true. Like maybe this is a PR move. Maybe this is Hailey being strategic to just get Selena's demented standard. I can't tell you how many shut the fuck up and die bitch comments I have here from Selena fans. And again, like, I would say we need a plague to wipe these people out, but number one, we just had one, and unfortunately it killed, you know, old people who really aren't bothering anyone, and not people like this. Sorry, like, oh, Shallon, that's so harsh. They should die? Should they live? What are they doing? What are they doing in society? What are people who sit online and harass me, a mid-level YouTuber they've never met, on behalf of a celebrity they've also never met, who doesn't care if they live or die? Because again, people are like, well, you talk about celebrities. I get paid. Maybe we can look up the definition of a job. This is my job, and I make good money doing this. These people don't. And they're not really seemingly contributing to anything in the world. I look at their profiles and they're fucking incels and adult losers. I mean, they're not children, they're adults. They're adults. People who historically, by the time they were these ages, had been to war. Michelangelo was 24 years old when he carved the Pietà. I'll bring it up as many times as I have to. These people don't really need to exist in society. They're not doing anything. They're only eroding the fabric of humanity. Sorry, I'm not like a humanist absolutist. I believe you should have to qualify to stay in this world. We're running out of resources. What are you doing here? Are you lifting people up? Are you making life better? Are you offering people some sort of insight? Are you creating anything? No, you're not. You're eating Funyuns. This one. Hailey's massive immovable lip. Fillers or vaccine injury? This guy looks hot. Who are you? Who you are hot. Oh yeah, hi. I'll be up in your DMs later. Okay. This is also funny. Selena should have never, not on that day or in that outfit. That's true. Selena's outfit, this menswear look, I understand like the impetus behind it. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna dress in like a tuxedo jacket. And my friend did it at a party the other day. She's like, well, I just felt like a dude. I just straight up felt like a dude. That is not the outfit you want to wear to meet, like, of course they've met before, but to take pictures with your ex's gorgeous model, tall, lanky, beautiful wife. Not, I gotta say. Okay, so the very last topic. Why to befriend your boyfriend's ex? Are there some actually good reasons? Well, like we say, strategically, you always have to have some sort of goal. Maybe the goal is getting more insight about him. Maybe you don't really understand what's going on with him. Maybe she's not attacking him, but maybe she's trying to make a move on him and it's going to be helpful for you to get closer to her and dismantle that. It's a risky gambit. Like I said, I don't want someone in my life that I can't trust empirically. Why would I? I have friends and I have enemies, and I really don't have anyone who's in between, and I'm fine with that. And I think, again, it comes back to like this patriarchal, like, which again, this women supporting women thing is part of the patriarchy. It's we all have to support each other, even if we're acting fucking dumb, because we all have to stand up for each other. No, we have to make each other better. And that isn't always blind support. What is unconditional love? First of all, ridiculous and should be reserved only for pets. Only for pets. None of my love always has strings attached forever for everyone. But it's also absolute power. How do you think someone's going to behave if they know that no matter what they do, you're going to love them? I got the answer for you. Poorly. That's how they'll behave. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Have you heard that phrase? I go back to it a lot. It's lasted a lot longer than women supporting women. No. Good supporting good. Smart supporting smart. Women supporting women? No. No. And it's funny, some people are like, you're all about empowerment, and here you are pitting women against each other. I'm not sure that I am the root of Hailey and Selena's issues. Could it be me? I don't know. Could it be me? A YouTuber in Montana? I am the sun around which these women orbit. Thank you, but I'm not sure that that's accurate. And again, I'm about empowering people who deserve it. I'll pit people against each other if we can learn something from that dynamic. I don't give a shit about these celebrities. I don't understand why this is literally such a hard concept. I don't get it. If I was telling a story about a tortoise and a hare, would there be this kind of like vitriol? It's so ridiculous. Like, I'm so sorry you can't understand a parable. I literally learned it when I was 3 or 4. And you're like, here, still trying to get it. It's all so confusing. Oh my God. Life just must be so hard for these people in the fandoms. It must be so, like, moving through day-to-day life is difficult for us. Alpha female, smart, studious, capable, ambitious, loving. And for these people, the dregs of society, like, how do you feed yourself without just collapsing in a pile of human rubble? It all just seems so tough. Ironically, there's one person out there who could make them more resilient and make them more of an alpha, and it is me, but they've chosen the darkness. That's okay. So how can you, and when should you befriend an ex? Like the ex of your man? Well, like we said in the beginning, maybe there are kids involved, and I see this with my friends now because my friends are married and a lot of them are already divorced. Not already, like it's not like it's too soon for them to get divorced. I don't care if you've been married for a month. If you're not happy, get out. That's fine. But like I'm seeing people moving on to their second marriages and stuff like that and dealing with new partners, and there's kids involved and maybe they have kids. And in that sense, it is the long con to keep the peace, because ultimately that might be better for you and certainly better for your children, better for the peace overall. We really have to be strategic, and sometimes strategy is going for someone's fucking jugular and sometimes it isn't. And that's the ickiness of adulthood, is having to differentiate when. It's literally very annoying. But I was dating someone with kids a little while ago, and we were talking about when I potentially would meet his ex-wife. And I had already made my mind up that this woman was going to be my friend. I wanted her to be my friend. And I was like, what is it? Do I need to take my pulse? What is this? What is this? Is this maturity? What is this feeling? Is it gas or is it love? What is this? I hate this feeling. What is this? I realized that my life would ultimately go smoother if she was not my enemy. Because quite frankly, I didn't want to be around the kids a lot. They're very young. I didn't want to have to do any parenting. I don't even want to parent a child of my own. You think I want to parent somebody else's? You're wrong. And so I wanted to keep her on my side and see me as an ally, because ultimately, she's going to end up doing more work. She's going to do more work, and I can spend more time fucking your ex-husband and having fun and going on vacation. Because you know what? Oh my gosh, Leilani, yeah, like take the kids. Oh, like let me get him a gift basket for Easter. Woo, I love your kids. I don't love your kids. They're boring and annoying. That's fine. So to me, again, it was a strategic kind of thing. And like I just didn't need the added stress in my life of having one more enemy. I choose my enemies carefully, and I didn't know that I needed her to be one until she presented herself thusly. So one thing you can do if you really need to make peace with someone, you can sit them down and keep it real. Be like, listen, are we ever going to be best friends? No. You've done things to me. I've done things to you. You know what? I'm not here to like squabble it out, but we do need to align on XYZ, this project at work, the kids, family dinners. Maybe it's like your sister-in-law, something like that. I will agree to be cordial, respectful, and a good listener to you, but I will not expect you, nor will I give best friendship. Can we just agree on that? And maybe down the line, we can move more towards an organic friendship. But for now, I think it's important we're both realistic. And see what they do. Come at her with honesty, diplomacy, but not love. Maybe simply realism. We have to get along to hang out at grandma's once a week. We have to get along for the sake of work. Because sometimes people who are your enemies, they're chicken shits, right? And so if you come with them like a confrontation of logic, not like, hey bitch, but like, listen, we don't like each other. That's okay. Not everyone has to like everyone. This is life, you know? We're not all going to be besties with everyone we encounter. And certainly not if we have something huge in common, like Justin. You're never going to like the idea that I'm sleeping with him now, and I am never going to like the idea that he used to be sleeping with you. Law of the jungle. But how can we reach some sort of common ground? I don't care if we have to get out a calendar and be like, at this time and this day, we're going to talk about the kids, this time and this day, blah, blah, blah. Let's find where that Venn diagram can overlap so that we can both be free of this tension. First of all, you're going to position yourself as the bigger person. Strategic high road, remember? Your boyfriend or husband is going to be like, damn, Hailey, I'm so proud of you for doing this. Like, you're just really the bigger person. You're like, I know. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Maybe it's a little strategy. Maybe, again, it's that confrontation of logic that they're going to be like, they might be used to operating in the shadows on Twitter, liking tweets, saying shady things. You come at her face to face. Hey, this is what the deal is going to be. People, like I said, they're chicken shits. And if you go to her with a leadership mentality, sort of an alpha female thing, and say how it's going to be versus what do you think? And well, what can we talk this out? And I just want to be in a good place. I don't need to be in a good place. I need to be in a useful place. And they're very different things, right? I wouldn't say I'm in a good place with my mechanic. I'm in a useful place. He's useful to me. I keep a cordial relationship because he needs to fix my truck. That's as far as it needs to go. We're not broing out. I don't really care how much he likes me on an individual level. Women, again, are taught that people need to organically always like us. Men are taught that people need to be useful and that we need to be productive. It's great if you like me. Sure, that's a nice bonus, but that is certainly not a requirement. We need to have a working relationship to justify the ends, right? We are both aligned on the same path towards the same thing. And if we're not, now we got a problem. But liking, that's not really part of the equation. This goes back to how people, both the genders, 2 out of the 15,000 genders, are fundamentally hardwired to communicate, like innately. Men are hardwired to communicate to solve problems. Women are hardwired to communicate to build relationships. So of course, we're going to skew women want everyone to like us, and men are going to be like, I just need to get shit done. But let's borrow a little bit of that from the boys. And you know what? Boys can borrow it from us. Like, yeah, it's okay if people like you, Doug. It's actually, you don't have to be the biggest dick in the office just because you're the highest salesman. You can be a good salesman and not a complete prick all the time. Who knew? And women, I want us to do the opposite. I want us to be a little bit more strategic and be like, look, Hillary in accounting isn't my best friend. She doesn't get a Frappuccino. Whatever. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. In hate, there's freedom. What does this mean? When we can be okay with people not liking us, and listen, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. I'm probably better at it than most. And I have times where I'm like these incels, these Selena Gomez incels up in my DMs. It's like, you're fucking pathetic. Like, it bothers me because of what it says about humanity versus what it says about me. Like, you're pathetic. No, I'm not. I actually live an amazing, glamorous life that you couldn't win a day of if you were a Make-A-Wish kid. So good luck. It makes me mad for humanity, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why something makes you mad. You feel the anger. Okay. When we can move more towards that space, or at least hold it as a goal, that being okay with people not liking you is something that you can tolerate, imagine what you could do with your life. Imagine if you were not constantly beholden to everyone approving of you and liking you and shipping you and yes, this outfit and yes, queen this. Like, what if you alone, the only one paying your bills, the only one cleaning your apartment, the only one doing that studying. You were the only approval you needed. What if you were an island in that sense? Not like you don't want anyone else, not like you're not going to be happy if people do approve of this and support you. Of course, we need that. We need that, and you should have it. But what if it's a would like versus a need? What I would like people to love everything that I do and wear and say, and I'm just a pretty princess. But do I need it? No. Maybe I need 25% of it when I used to need 100. And now, like, okay, there's some people I need to approve of things. I need my mom to approve of things. I need my best friend to mostly approve. Mostly. In the past, I needed them to approve 100%, and this friend and that friend and my boss and this person, and on and on and on. And I've scaled it back. Okay, we're never going to get to apathy level 0. We're probably not ever going to get there. But what if we just made it a goal to move a little bit in that direction instead of constantly moving towards, I need everyone to like me, I need everyone to approve, I need to be friends with everyone. Because listen, this goes back to befriending the ex. This is going to make you a much better communicator. We are all better communicators and honestly more of a leader and therefore more magnetic when we don't care as much. I would like for you to be my friend, Tiffany, but I don't really need for you to be. It would be advantageous to both of us if we could agree on the kid's schedule, but we could do this the hard way. It's up to you. I'm willing to do it the easy way. But if we're not doing it the easy way, now we know that it's because of you, because it isn't because of me. I am stepping out here. I am saying these things. And if things continue to be acrimonious, it is clear there's only one conclusion. You are the one choosing to be like this. And if you're choosing to be acrimonious and be a bitch, I can choose that too. So this is your chance to choose better, to choose a peacefulness for you, for your children, for the grandma, whatever it might be. And remember, decisions have consequences. You choose a behavior, you choose the resultant action. Your Frappuccino's almost ready. Let me go get it for you at the counter. I don't think in order to craft peace, we have to craft goodness and genuine harmony and love. And again, if that isn't what you're doing, if you're like, I have to keep the peace with this person, lean into that, come at her from a place of honesty instead of duplicity, that fake nice, like, I just really want us to be besties. No, I don't. We're never going to be besties. And that will backfire on you. You won't look magnanimous. You'll look weak. You'll look weak. Imagine this ex being like, his wife came to me. I know, like his actual wife. And she's like, I just want us to be besties. Like she's hella threatened by me. That's exactly what she's going to say and think. How could she not? That's the natural conclusion. If it's, yeah, the wife came to me and she's like, look, we're not going to be best friends, but we need to come up with a schedule. She's not giving me an inch. She's wise to my games. She's not playing them. She's playing high road. She's playing logical. But I don't think that this is going to be someone I can manipulate, actually. I don't think this is someone who's going to take the bait if I'm liking mean tweets and I like have a crisis that I need my ex, her husband, to come and solve. These calculations are going to happen on a subconscious level, and she'll think twice before coming at you. Because remember, you come at the queen, you best not miss. I want to know your thoughts on this. Have you become friends with with your man's ex? I actually have, not just an ex. It was a chick he was cheating on me with, and we compared notes. And there were so many girls, and all of them I was like, I hope you die in a fire. But for her, I was like, you know what? She truly didn't know. And I met her from a place of like, not love, but I'm like, I'm not mad at you. Like, this isn't your fault. And even if you did know that we were together, like, I wouldn't say that you have a responsibility to me, a stranger, above your own wants and happiness. Like, I get it. You wanted him. Who the fuck was I? I get it. I don't blame you for this. You have no responsibility to me. He does. And so we compared notes. And because I met her, from a standpoint of like, I'm not mad at you, that's fine. She was much more willing to open up and tell me the truth about what happened. Turns out she did know he was in a relationship. That's fine. And we became friends. Am I going to fully trust her? No. I consider her in a friendly category, but we are not like besties. I don't need that in my life. You know, I wish her well, but I wish her to be far away from me. And I think that that is perfectly acceptable. You do not need to have warm, fuzzy feelings for every single person who's in your orbit. In fact, again, it's weak, it's vulnerable, and it's very beta. Let me know what you think about Hailey and who is it? Whatever. And we will be back. Gonna do some more videos. I'm gonna try and get some going for you guys before I leave for Italy. But like I said, while I'm on the trip, probably won't hear that much from me, but follow along the trip on ShallonXO, my Instagram. Also, join me for Evil Week. Click the link down below to grab your tickets. It's gonna be so much fun. And be sure to download my course if you're missing an ex, want to flip the script on a fuckboy, get your power back, or just learn how to be okay without a guy while gaining some info and insight on the art of seduction and manipulation. Head to my website, shallonlester.com. I'll see you later, Shalligators.